Hello, hello. We're playing EU4 again. Same mods and everything, extended timeline and a handful of submods. Last time where we left off, we had expanded into Anatolia quite a bit. We went ahead and got all of that cord and religious converted. We did lose one of the Balearic Isles to the Half-Cids. These guys broke free from an event. We managed to siege down 2 of the 3, but Half-Cids declared war and took another one of them. Though they have had some break-offs in the time between. And Palestine and Mamluks finished up their war. Palestine lost. So they are once again a vassal of the Mamluks, but the Mamluks ain't doing so well themselves. They're having some major issues. They're at war with Asyut for independence right now. But I figured we would bide our time and do some other wars. And I was looking around thinking what would be another route of expansion right now. The only group that we border that we don't have a truce with right now is the Ottomans. Now they are allied with Libya and the Half-Cids, but neither of them will come into a war to join them right now. But Byzantium, we are allied with, has cores on them and will join the war. So I went ahead and fabricated a claim for the 2 provinces that Byzantium does not have cores on. And we're just going to fight the Ottomans real quick, give Byzantium their cores, and take these 2 provinces for ourselves. So we'll get our armies in position. Oh yes, we also recruited another army. I wanted to build up to force limit, which is now 66. So we went ahead and made an 18 stack here in Anatolia. We've got our second army, another 24 stack, and our main one back in our home province of Italy. So I'll get everybody moved into position and wait for morale and everything, and we'll be back when we're ready to start the war. Alright, we ain't gonna wait any longer. Let's declare this war before anybody else would join it. Immediately gonna go in for the war goal, move these guys up behind. Byzantium, of course, champing at the bit to get these lands back, will do most of the heavy lifting for us, which I'm all for. Now we actually can't get in until that fort is sieged down, so we're going to have to wait for the Byzantines to finish their siege. So unless anything incredibly interesting changes in this war, we'll be back when that's done. Alright, they're finally at about 35%, so we'll see if the siege is going to end anytime soon. Well, you know, sometimes you get what you wish for. Sometimes you get what you want. Excellent, we'll go ahead and occupy this province since it's the other one we have a claim on, and we'll let Byzantium occupy that one. Love to see a plan come together. Love to see a plan come together. Boom, and there we go. I'm actually going to move these guys back to Izmir, and I'm going to move these guys over here to Mersin, so they won't sit there and take attrition. And let's go ahead and piece this out. Yeah, we still get a little bit of like, oh no, these bad boys would form a coalition against you. Who cares? We're freaks. Alright? You know what? I'll even give Byzantium these islands. They've got a core on it. I'm a good ally. I don't really even care about that much about the 2 provinces that we just took. It's more about making sure the Ottomans are not a threat anymore. That's what it's really about. That's a threat killed in the cradle. That's solving problems before they become a problem. That's what that is. But we've got permaclaims on all of this. The whole Holy Land. We got permaclaims on all of this. So as soon as the next opportunity strikes, like, say, Palestine decides to declare another independence war, well, you know, we're gonna jump on that. We're gonna jump on that as soon as it happens. Because if we were to... I mean, honestly, we've got the numbers. If I sent all my troops over here, we would definitely have the numbers to just fight them straight up. United Arab Emirates? That is the one funny thing about playing Extended Timeline, is that sometimes way, way too early. In this case, July 1423, we get a modern tag coming up. I mean, Palestine is kind of that way too. A little bit. But, they're not gonna be in Palestine much longer. Alright, that's proper Christian land. Serbia wants an alliance. No. No thank you. Not because you're Serbia, but because Serbia at this point is just Belgrade and Valjevo. An alliance from Castile I'm tempted to take because they're not too happy with our enemy Catalonia, which should mean... Oh, they are allied with France. Well, you know, if I can get France to somehow not get involved in us killing Catalonia, or at least taking Sardinia from them, I would be very happy about that. I would... Oh, Peasants' War. That's what you get, France. Get what you frickin' deserve. You get what you frickin' deserve, buddy. I'm not going to, not gonna say that they, you know, don't deserve it. White Horde is broken up, that's pretty typical. Big Novgorod. We got Big Novgorod coming in hot. And Big Teutonic Order. Big Teutonic Order may end up actually being a threat at some point. But we'll probably eventually in the, you know, a little bit later on down the road, kind of have Big Novgorod be our candidate for forming Russia. They're already Orthodox, so it wouldn't be, you know, that much of a stretch. We're kind of keeping Byzantium as an ally right now. It's nothing else, just to be kind of another buffer right here. Hungary and Byzantium just kind of being my, like, meat shield against the world right now. Against everything out here. The last jousting tournament. We are entering the, you know, 1400s. Well, entering the 1400s. It's about to be 1424. 20 years before the normal start date. We'll go ahead and wait. It'll be about a year until the cores are done. And we're just gonna wait and see if these guys are gonna pop. They're at 100% Liberty Desire. They would should definitely pop soon against the Mamluks. Oh, geez, I didn't notice Sohag. The Sohag Sultanate. Oh yeah, Palestine, you better pop soon, buddy. Alliance from Pskov. Where? Oh, Pskov exists. It's a miracle. I'm not gonna be your ally though, bud. Honestly, at this point, I could probably just go in on Mamluks and all that. So I'm gonna start moving troops and everything, and we're gonna get ready to go in on quote-unquote Palestine. Alrighty, we're in position. Some men are still getting some morale back, but they're already at war because another little independence revolt has broken away from the Mamluks. They're straight up not having a good time with all that. So we're going to declare on our own, just us and Hungary. And we're going to bring in neither Byzantium nor Castile. They're going to bring in their little vassals and everything, but we outnumber them by a decent margin either way. So we're going to make Aintab the war goal here. We're going to go ahead and declare it. We're going to bring these boys up in the back. And we're going to target their navies a little bit, maybe get a good blockade here. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful blockade. Oh, our claim on the knights expired. That's fine. We can... Refabricating on them isn't going to take that long. It ain't going to take that long. Alright, there's the war goal occupied. Let's go ahead and occupy the rest of this up here while we wait for the Sneed. Occupy, occupy, occupy. That's fine. I can afford to lose a little bit of mana right now. And now Mamluks gets a Peasants' War as well. Is nobody, you know, like, going above 0 stab here or something? What's the issue? Okay, that's gonna be blocked off by the fort until further notice. Catalonia is no longer a valid rival. What happened to you? What happened to you, buddy? Who cares? Alright, you're gonna get conquered by us eventually anyways. We do get claims on everything you've got. Alright. Time to wait out a siege. We will be back, well, when there's at least something to report on it. Alright, 449 days. 449 days on that siege, but it's done. So we're going to go ahead and send the first army straight to Damascus. And move up the other 2 armies to occupy everything in between. Oh, apparently we are just at war with Palestine? Alright, well that's even better. That's even better, honestly. We don't have to fight... oh, I can understand why we don't have to fight the Mamluks. They're about to cease to exist. Ripping pepperonis, jabronis. Well, it gives us a straight path through Syria into the Levant proper here. And of course we're making a killing off of the blockade. Yeah, actually, you know what? Drop in Al-Quds. Occupy that real quick, and then we'll move into Jerusalem. It's not Yahudia, it's Jerusalem. 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 We're proving that today, boys. See, and this is why I didn't ally with Serbia. I knew Byzantium was gonna go and cease their existence soon. Hungary going around and doing a wee little bit of occupying for me. Much appreciated. And even fighting their armies for me. Beautiful. I go siege down Jerusalem. We must take it. Oh, we could actually start on another great project. How did you get beat, Hungary? Come on. Absolute clown show. Big Bergslagen. I'm guessing they'll reform Sweden if they win this war against Denmark. But Lord have mercy, that is cursed. Come on. Finish down the siege of Damascus. It's time for us to become essentially a crusader state, I guess. There we go. Damascus has been sieged. Go ahead and go straight to Karak. While the Third Army finishes the siege of Jerusalem. Go ahead and occupy Amman as well. That'll be a quick end to their fleet. And there we go. Jerusalem is taken. Oh boy, if at all possible, I want to take Jerusalem this war. That would be just so funny. But I don't know if there will be enough war score. You bet we're taking a full hundo on these guys while we have the chance. Yep, now we gotta wait for that siege. I mean, we have permaclaims on all this, yeah, but it's not like cores. They still take a good amount of war score. We're gonna get mad aggressive expansion. But, I don't care. It's just a number. Aggressive expansion is just a number. It's time for Christendom to return to these lands. And we'll let the Hungarians take their whooping on this one. Thanks for softening them up for me, buddy. Thanks for softening them up for me and giving us more time to siege down Karak. The Hungarians are bringing more men over, though. They're such a great and loyal meat shield. Okay, we actually converted one of these provinces to Orthodox. We did finish up the cores on them a while back. We'll start converting the other as well. Yeah, they're not very happy with being under our rule, but who cares? We're freaks. They'll be very happy with our rule once they embrace their Lord Jesus Christ. Simple as. Simple as. And it won't take that long. It's gonna take, what, 30-something months? It'll be done in 1430, so 3 years, yeah. Alright, that's the siege of Karak done. So your armies are about to just perish, thank you. That's one battle won. Let's go ahead and drop into the other one. I'm not sure if oh, yep. We did get there just before it ended, but didn't really make a difference, honestly. It was already over. With double W's. for the Kingdom of Naples. Oh, you want peace? That's cute. That's cute, buddy. We occupied man. Alright. Let's just do a little more occupying, just to make sure they've got the message that that you are no longer going to be Palestine. Because Palestine is about to be, well, mine. What a twist. How about you go back up to, I think Damascus had a little better supply limit, didn't it? No. Somewhere with a little more supply limit, so we're not taking attrition there. How about that? Alright, let's just occupy this. Go ahead and pull these guys back to Jerusalem, and then we'll look at getting a peace. Getting this war pieced out. Just looking at the destruction we've wrought in awe. Alright. Let's see what we could take. Oh, can we just worm our way down the coast to take Jerusalem? We can do the worm. Like, congratulations, you no longer get to have a coastline. Well, I can take Damascus and Jerusalem on this one. That's not that bad of a coalition, honestly. That's not that bad. F it, we'll do it live. We'll do it live, boys. Make all of that course. We are probably going to get a ton of rebels, but that's a-okay. That's a-okay. Re-rival Catalonia. Yeah, we'll be getting a little bit of corruption and all that because our overextension's really high. But we'll go ahead and reduce war exhaustion, and we're gonna have to fight one more war to be able to take enough to finish the King of Jerusalem mission. Of course. What a surprise. Well, that's fine. We'll sit on this. I'll probably see whatever the biggest rebellion is going to be and provoke a revolt. And we'll go from there. So, in the meantime, we will go ahead and wait on these cores and everything and see when the first big rebellion's going to be. Well, that didn't take long. Byzantium just called us into a war. We'll go ahead and honor the alliance. Just to help the Byzantines take Izmir. Just to help them take that, but we gotta watch our unrest while we do this, because we've just got 2 armies down here waiting for rebellions to pop off. Alliance with Bulgaria. Who? No, you are a literally rival to my ally. Why would I do that? That is big no-no. That is absolute big no-no. Alright, good thing Byzantium is going around wiping out little enemy armies there. This is gonna be a war we more watch than participate in. honestly. We're trying to stabilize things. A little bit of progress on making all these cores. They're all about 25% done. So we just gotta watch. We gotta watch and wait and see which one of this 16K will probably be the first one to pop. Because this one is just us converting. And so the conversion will probably be done before it actually wants to pop. Let Byzantium occupy that for me. That's lovely, thank you. Hungary, why are you sitting on this while black flagged still from the last war? They didn't even have enough time to get their troops home before the next war broke out. Oh, White Horde joined the war. I don't think they're gonna make that much of a difference. Let's be real. Let's be honest. But just in case, I'll go ahead and send my fleet to block off the Bosporus. You know, just in case. That'll probably help Byzantium with their siege a little bit. We've got our siege going here in Konya. We don't have a claim on this, I believe. Yeah, we do not. I never fabricated one. Damn Hafsids. Alright. Well, that got them out of the war, actually. That got them out of the war completely. Yeah, still nothing's gonna pop yet. We're at almost 50% for all of those cores. Then we can start thinking about converting some more stuff, though we still just have the one missionary from early religious ideas. I'm not sure if I'm gonna take religious ideas, honestly. You know, we're getting a lot of our early kind of like religious wars out of the way early, so we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Alrighty, apparently the Hafsids have joined this war. So, that's an opportunity for us to wipe their navy, perhaps. Kill, 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 kill. Excellent. Let's go blockade the hell out of them. Good. Good, good, good. Now, I was about to say, is Byzantium gonna finish up the siege of Izmir, but they just did. Wonderful. Unfortunately, we don't have our claims on Tunisia right now, or anymore. We don't have our permaclaims yet because we haven't finished Secure the Mediterranean to unlock the Defeat the Barbary Pirates mission. So I'm probably just gonna blockade the hell out of sit this war mostly out while we wait for the Byzantines to do their thing. Or for one of these rebels to reach 50% so I can provoke a revolt and, you know, make this whole mess a little easier to deal with. Now, we are at 68% done on all these cores now. August of 1429, the year we are currently in. Oof. We will finish these cores. We did go ahead and commission an icon, the icon of Aliosa, aka the Theotokos with the infant Christ, or for those who don't know what that means, Virgin Mary with infant Christ, which gives us -3 national unrest and -25% harsh treatment cost. We don't need anything from our allies right now. We just gotta wait and wait and wait. Now, Byzantium's getting in position to actually deal with the hordes now. that joined this war as well. I'm just happy to be taking money from the dang Hafsids. Byzantium definitely could have won this war without us, but bringing Hungary in and all that makes it an easier win, right? They are at low war enthusiasm, so we'll see if they just decide to, like, unconditional once they realize no one's coming to save them. Castile also is going after what used to be the Hafsids, but is now Morocco. That's both a good thing and a bad thing for us. Good thing that, you know, Morocco is going to be in no position to protect all these guys from us. But a bad thing in that it puts Spain, you know, Castile, at least, closer to, you know, colonial areas that we're going to want to take, because we are going to be joining in on the great colonial race as it begins. Because, well, we will get national ideas at the next tech, though we are 24 years ahead, and Renaissance, of course, will not spawn for another 20 years. There's all of those cores, so let's go ahead and fully core all of it. All of it. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Truces have expired. We're just gonna... I'm gonna let these two revolts get up to 50%. And I'm gonna provoke them individually. So, well, we'll be back when we're ready to do that. Alright, it's time for us to pop our first... Oh, we can't provoke while we're at war. I forgot about that. Never mind. Well, we own our mistakes here. We'll have to wait for that rebellion to actually pop. And in the meantime, redo our advisors that die off. Continue the blockade against the Hafsids, who are now getting occupied by Castile. Luckily, I think Castile will be fairly limited in what they take here. They'll take the remainder of southern Andalusia and maybe a little bit of northern Morocco here. They're not going to actually take anything out here, I think. Yeah, they don't have claims or anything, so they won't take it. Wonderful. Now, we did also spend some mana in the meantime deving up because, well, we don't have the massive debuff for the late Middle Ages anymore, obviously, since we're at this point only 14 years behind the vanilla start date, or ahead of, rather. This war should probably be over fairly soon, since Byzantium and Hungary is doing it for me, of occupying all of these allies of Sarahan that joined the war, other than like the Hafsids, who are getting occupied probably because they're allied with Morocco, who Castile is attacking. So really all the major powers here that have an interest in the Med and North Africa are taking advantage of our destabilization of the Middle East caused by our invasion of Palestine to, well, take a bit of it for themselves. Yep, France joined Castile's war as well. Everybody's just having a real bad time in the Muslim world right now. Nubia formed out of the provinces that broke away from the Mamluks when they fell apart rather spectacularly. And they're actually Miaphysite, which is, well, interesting. Interesting to say the least. How long is our truce with Palestine going to last? Till 1442. Warriors do not read books. That is false. But sometimes true. Wrap your head around that one. Royal marriage from Urbino. Why? I don't really care about you right now, no. No. How about not? What makes you worthy marrying into my dynasty? Oh yeah, there's a lot of purple and red out here. Okay, good. These guys are... The rebellion in Syria is finally about to pop. About time. That's what we've been waiting for. If we weren't at war, we could provoke it, but alas, since we're not at war, we can't. Or excuse me, other way around. Since we're at war, we can't. My brain doesn't work. There we go. Alright. Unfortunately, this guy's still converting this province, so it's going to take a hot minute before we can work our way down converting all of these. So, you know, we'll probably have a few more little Donnybrooks with these guys, but hey, it's whatever, it's whatever. Alright. Now we're finally no longer at war. We can go ahead and provoke this revolt and absolutely smash it. I was rivals with the White Horde? We can be rivals with Novgorod for now. We can make friends out of them later. Tripoli and Damascus are both trade centers, and we can actually, if they're both level 1s, we can afford to upgrade both of them. Boom, that's one rebellion finished off. Yes. And yes. Excellent. Well, now it's just a waiting game to see when we can pop the next rebellion. Actually, never mind. We can pop it right now. We can pop it right now. Disregard. Beautiful. We'd love to see it. We love to see it, and it's gonna be a hot minute before this one is ready to pop. So we'll probably be back when we have something interesting to do or report on. Alright, I figured we had time for one more little Bobo war here, so we're gonna go ahead and get ready for that. I went ahead and, because I want to clean up the border gore at least a little bit here, went ahead and fabricated a couple claims on Eretna, who our truce has been up with for a little bit. And we're going to smack them around real quick. And give them a little smack whack. Yeah, sure, whatever. Alright. Oh yes, we also got our third army up to the numbers of the other ones, so 20 infantry, 4 cavalry. Let's go ahead and let this month finish out so they'll recover some more morale. Alright. And then we are going to be declaring the war. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and declare it for Isparta. We're going to call in Byzantium just for the kicks and giggles of it, even though we really don't need to. let's go ahead and start occupying. Go ahead and start giving them the business. We'll let Byzantium do all the, do a little bit of the heavy lifting at least, huh? Fighting their army. While we just besiege some of their provinces and call it a day. Alright, let's see here. Byzantium's coming and joining into the little siege party here. Once this is done and dusted on the occupation, kind of hold him in the back here in case their army gets a little squirrely. Actually, let's bring you around. Come this way, so you don't cause that siege to take a ton of attrition, buddy. Oh, another general dies during a siege. Lovely. I absolutely love it. I love it when that happens. It's my favorite thing. Well, now that everything's blocked off, I guess we'll just wait these sieges out. No point in just watching these numbers go up. Though we do like a little bit of number go up. That is one of our favorite things here. We do like a good bit of number go up. Actually, you can just go ahead and besiege their capital. Make short work of this. While them and their little allies just hide in the Caucasus here. You can go and hide in the Caucasus, alright? And we're just gonna besiege all your land. Take everything from you and just laugh about it. Do a little hee hee ha ha. Just a little hee hee ha ha. Well, I mean, I might give some of this land to Byzantium if they want it. They don't have claims even. Siege of Konya is over. So we'll go ahead and occupy their one other province here. Then they'll probably be like, please, please, let us out of this war, please. I say, oh, we'll probably skip over this because nobody wants to just watch numbers go up, proceeds to watch numbers go up. Oh, that's a crappy air. You can be Antonio. Hopefully we replace you with someone better. Because you suck. You're horrible. Oh yeah, our previous heir did go ahead and take charge. Our 533, Carlo VI d'Anjou. Alright. Yeah, how about you actually just go back to Izmir where you can not take a bunch of attrition? That'd be wonderful, thank you. Draining my manpower and costing me more money is definitely not, you know, not great. Alright, same thing with the siege of Ankara done. We'll go ahead and pull that one back. We'll wait for the capital siege to be done, which is now done. It is now done. And I think, well, that should be enough for us to peace out of this war, huh? It's a limited war. We just want to take a couple provinces and money and war reps. Oh, you won't accept that? Okay. I'll let Byzantium in Hungary keep sieging you down then. Fine then, so be it. Have it your way. Alright? Have it your way. We'll just let you bleed a little longer until you're willing to accept. Oh yeah, also for some reason Croatia broke away from Hungary, and they're not my vassal. even though they were part of my junior partner. So that's a mess. But I don't really care that much about it right now. I mean, we've got permaclaims on these two provinces, and they are Orthodox. As well as this province is also Orthodox. And we have permaclaims on this stuff too. We have permaclaims on all four of these, but they are guaranteed by Byzantium, who is our ally. So that kind of makes it a little awkward, huh? It makes it a little awkward, but we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. As a wise man once said, are you guys ever going to finish sieging Kankiri? Are you ever gonna finish that Sneed? Because that'll be everything we need to just put a hat on this one. No? No? Still not finished? You just gonna let Hungary's army die here too? Oh, now they're breaking the siege off? Fine, I'll let you off without the war reps. Oh, now you don't even want that. Alright. Well, you know what? You done pissed me off now. It's over and you just don't want to admit it, so we're gonna make you admit it. Oh wow, they won that battle without us. They really won that battle without us, huh? I guess we'll just start occupying again then, and... Oh yes, you need a general, sir. You, sir, need a general. And what a general we got. Alright, he's not too bad. It's 3 siege! 3 Sneed. And of course, Byzantium's gonna siege it first with a 0 siege. Yep, and they're in command. You idiots. You idiots. Finally, you go sit back here. You can go sit on Adana. Oh wow, now they're ready to peace out for everything I wanted. There we go. We'll take it. We'll take it, and I think that's where we're gonna wrap up for today. Little bit less border gore, but everybody, thanks for coming by. Be sure to leave a like, maybe even a comment, and maybe even subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.